Hey funnel builders, Mike here from sellyourservice.co.uk. So I'm here today to talk about, does your funnel really need more traffic? I posit to you that you don't have a traffic problem and neither do your customers. If you have a funnel set up already and you're suffering from low sales or low leads, low conversions, something just isn't working, maybe you're not making the money that you expect, you don't necessarily have a traffic problem. Instead, what you do have is a conversion problem. So you don't have a traffic problem, you have a conversion problem. Here's what typically happens. You have a marketing funnel and it suffers from low sales, low list growth. So maybe you're not generating the revenue that you expect. You're not generating the number of sales per customer. Maybe each customer, their average transaction value is pretty low. Maybe your email list isn't growing at the rate you want it to. Maybe it's not growing at all. Maybe you don't have anyone in your email list. Maybe your customers aren't getting any inquiries. Whatever it is, there's some kind of metric that's not growing in the area that you want it to. Typically, most people kind of count revenue as the main thing and the main problem with their website, and particularly their funnel. And if you've built a funnel for a customer and it does everything it's supposed to do, and then they go, well, why haven't I made $100,000 yet? I guarantee you the first thing that they're going to start doing is blaming it on traffic, and they're going to start saying, oh, it's low traffic volume. Here's what I've noticed as well is a lot of really low value, low key marketers who frankly don't really know what they're doing will also blame it on traffic. They'll say what we need to do is drive more traffic to your website. I totally agree that new, fresh sources of traffic are absolutely vital to the success and growth of any funnel, any business, any website. You have to have new people coming in. You have to grow an audience. However, if we drive more traffic to a funnel that doesn't get results, all we're going to do is continue not getting results. Traffic doesn't guarantee more sales or leads. I think a lot of people think, well, we had one inquiry last month and we had 100 people visit. So if we drive 1,000 visits, we'll get 10 inquiries. Now, basically, that driving 1,000 more people or 10xing your traffic might not be profitable. You've kind of got to work out the maths. When it comes to scaling traffic budget, what doesn't make money now won't magically make a return the more money you put in. Let's say that at the moment you spend $1,000 a month on driving traffic to your website and you don't get any return on it. Actually, no, let's change that. Let's say you get one inquiry that generates you $100. Okay, so you're driving $1,000 worth of traffic and you generate one inquiry that generates $100. So you're basically in deficit of $900. You've spent $900. Will 10xing that and spending $10,000 magically make it profitable? No, because at most you'll just generate 10 sales, and instead you'll generate $1,000, but you still would have spent $9,000 and you'll still be down in a deficit of $9,000 for that traffic. Even if you're not paying for traffic at the moment, and this is a big misconception I think people have, even if you're not paying for traffic at the moment, it doesn't mean that you can't still make it unprofitable. Let's say you write a new blog post every single week and bit by bit your traffic is growing, but you're not making these sales or leads, you're not growing your email list on the back end. Maybe your funnel just isn't converting the way you want. Driving more traffic to that funnel, paying for traffic, will not increase the number of leads that signs up. It might increase the actual number, but it won't necessarily increase the conversion rate. And this is what's really important. What we're talking about is ratios here. So the ratio of people who sign up to the people who visit, or the people who buy to those who sign up, kind of that lead conversion process from visitor or traffic to lead and subscriber and customer. Those numbers between there, those 10%, 2%, 1%, whatever it might be, they're not going to change just by pouring more traffic at the top of the funnel. And I've seen a lot of my customers as funnel builders spend 60, 70, 100, $120,000 a month sometimes on traffic, only to have absolutely nothing come out of it. And they go, we don't understand. We spent 120 grand on traffic. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't matter if you spend a grand on traffic. People still aren't converting. I think people buy traffic at the wrong time, and that's typically the problem. Is people buy traffic at the wrong time. What they'll do is they'll focus on a low quality audience. We still have people go to Fiverr and they go, I don't get it. I bought 10,000 clicks on Fiverr for $5 and it didn't yield in a single sale. I'm like, didn't it? You're telling me that those 10,000 random bot clicks and ad redirects didn't yield you any kind of results? That's insane. That's awful. I can't believe that. What they also fail to do is they don't test the offer or the page. So let's say you only have 10 people visit a month to a particular web page. And in Google Analytics or whatever you use, we use Orabi personally, but you see 10 people visit a page and not one of them converts. Wouldn't you rather focus on getting one person to convert from those 10 by changing the offer on the page, the message, testing that page, and seeing if you can get one person calling up? That's what I'd rather look at. What people tend to do is they fail to look at the results, so they actually don't measure um, their traffic at all. They just go, we need more traffic. So they don't even look at the conversion rate in the first place. We often have a lot of businesses approach us and they'll say, look, our funnel just isn't converting at the right pace. It's not doing this, it's not doing that. Can you help us out? And they go, it's probably a traffic problem. I think we want to invest in traffic. And I've got to the point now where I'm like, okay, well, we'll have a look. It's probably not the traffic, but I don't tell them that. I say, we'll have a look. And I look at the results, and they drive a ton of traffic already. Some of them have got like 10,000 visits a week kind of thing. And I think, well, you're not converting because the page is real bad. They also, yeah, like I said, they never have a tendency to look at the conversions of current traffic or leads, so they therefore can't improve that. Rather than saying, okay, we have a 10% conversion rate, is that profitable to us? No. Adding more traffic won't make it profitable. They'll then blame the traffic source, they'll blame Facebook, and this is kind of the path, the psychology that people go through is they'll say, well, Facebook isn't right for us. We're a B2B business. Facebook isn't right for us, despite the fact that every human is on Facebook almost. It doesn't make a difference, frankly, what platform you're on. They'll blame the traffic and they'll say, oh, it's we've got low traffic volumes or whatever. They'll then blame you as the funnel builder. So even if you just built it and you had nothing to do with the traffic, they'll blame you, even though you set up the automations and the pages just as they needed. They'll blame you for it. This is what finally happens is they'll go, well, we're never going to invest in traffic again because it doesn't work. So if you go right to the top of this, people buy traffic at the wrong time. And because they go through all this craziness of they buy traffic at the wrong time, they don't focus on the audience, they don't buy the right audience, they don't test the offer, the ad or anything like that, they don't test the page, they don't test the messaging or anything like that, they don't look at the results, they fail to kind of do some basic auditing and they don't measure those conversion rates, they'll blame the traffic source, they'll blame you, and then they'll say, well, traffic from Facebook obviously doesn't work and we're never going to use it again. I have seen that play out so many times where businesses have now refused to continue investing in traffic because it didn't work for them then, which in my opinion is kind of like saying, well, if you join the gym and you end up not going, that's like blaming the gym and then saying, well, gyms don't work. No, you didn't work. You didn't do the right thing at the right time. That's why that didn't work. So here's what you need to do instead. First of all, you have to measure your current traffic and conversion rates. That's critical. You have to measure your current conversion and traffic rates. Even if only 10 people a week are viewing your website, you need to know what those 10 people are doing. Because I guarantee you that even if we chose some hyper-specific traffic sources and audience sources to drive visitors to your website, they're probably going to do some pretty similar things. If 30% of them go to the contact page, but then none of them fill out a contact form, I want to know why. I want to know why those 3 people a week who visited the contact page didn't pick up the phone or write in a form. I want to know that. And it has been as dumb and as simple as things like contact forms not loading. We've seen that happen where people go, we just don't understand it. We need to invest in more traffic. No one's buying this. And we've noticed that a PayPal button hasn't loaded, or that the return URL for a particular lead magnet or opt-in hasn't been set correctly, or videos are missing. That's really common. We found that people have still got placeholder videos missing on video sales pages. The next thing I would say is if your funnel is suffering from conversions, are you ever asking for the sale? Even if you have a list of people and you go, I just don't understand it. No one's buying anything. Do I need more traffic? I need to increase my list or one thing or the other. Look back and think to yourself, when was the last time you asked someone to buy from you? You say, hey, we've got this software, coaching program, accountancy services, headphones, speaker set, laptop, content services, whatever it is. Do you want to buy from us? Do you need some? Even asking at a really low quality sales level, something like that, have you ever asked for the sale? I'm staggered at how many people, how many businesses fail to do that inside their own funnel. They never actually ask for the sale. They expect people to, get in touch with them, email them, reach out to them, find their phone numbers, reach out to them on social and say, hey, I really want help doing ... That's not going to happen. You have to ask for the sale. So when was the last time you asked for the sale? Again, email marketing is a really good way to do this. We had one customer who's really proud of the email automation campaign that they put together. So we don't understand it. We've got over 100 emails that are segmented and go out at different times. Most people will get almost all of those emails within the space of about, they said within about space of 6 months. So some of them was like one every 2 days, couple of day, depending on the different options available. It was quite sophisticated, and not one of those emails ever asked them for the sale. Not one of them ever said to them, hey, we have this product that can make your life better. You should click here to buy it, which is insane. If you think how Amazon works, Amazon don't send you promotional material and go, hey, do you know how to write a book and all this kind of stuff? No, they send you products and they say you should buy this based on your previous browsing habits. I know that if you've signed up to a lead magnet on SEO, you need help with SEO. Would you like to set up a call with us where we can talk you through this? Would you like to buy our SEO course? Would you like to buy some SEO coaching? Would you like to buy our SEO software? Putting the promotion and the offer in front of them is the biggest reason that people fail to make sales, is because they never ask. Second reason, are you asking people to sign up? Again, I'm staggered at how many people say, oh, our list just doesn't grow. Email marketing doesn't work because no one's opting in. And I go through their website and I'm like, well, where the hell's the opt-in form? There's no opt-in form. There's not even like one of those basic sign up to our newsletter boxes. They're still missing the crazy vital piece of asking someone to sign up. At absolute minimum, you'll be able to get a baseline there and you'll be able to see how many people want to sign up. And once you have that, you can start tweaking that offer and you can start playing around with the lead magnet offers and the headlines and things like this. But I'm still staggered at how many people fail to understand that the reason people aren't signing up is because you're not giving them an opportunity to, and you're not asking them to, and you're not saying, hey, I'd love it if you joined our community and I can help you out on your journey. A really important point is about nurturing leads. I think a lot of people get people to sign up and then they never email them. They go, well, I don't want to email them because I don't want them to unsubscribe. I'm like, well, they made the assumption that you're going to help them because they signed up to your ebook or your newsletter or your lead magnet or whatever. Don't you think you're morally obliged to continue to help them? If you can help them, and can you help them? Could you help this person? Well, yeah, of course I could. Right, well then you should continue to work with that person and continue to help them. It's really upsetting how many people are basically rotting on an email list who could genuinely benefit from a funnel builder or anyone or a customer, and the person never emails them, they never nurture them. If you've only got 5 people on your email list, you should be picking up the phone and having a goddamn conversation with them and nurturing them through that process, talking to them, asking them whether they need help, what it is that they're working with. Super, super vital. And finally, if you are getting results, so if it gets to the point where you think, well, for every 100 visitors, 10 of them signs up and 1 of them buys, and they buy a $100 product, then I know I can spend $100 on traffic. So I would be happily spend $100 on 100 subscribers, because I know that 100 subscribers will convert into 10 100 visitors. So I can spend $100 on 100 visitors because I know that 10 of those will convert into a subscriber and 1 of those will convert into a sale, and that sale's worth $100. I'll happily spend $100 on traffic then. So that's when I can begin to scale it out. That's when I can start looking at building audiences and building lists in Facebook and start driving traffic from Google and LinkedIn and Bing and Facebook and all these places. If I can drive traffic to a site without having to touch any of them and they do convert, that's when I can start scaling, and that's when traffic pays for itself. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, I bought a load of traffic and I never converted any sales, therefore traffic doesn't work. No, it's probably the offer, it's probably the message, it's very rarely the product, and it's very rarely the traffic's fault. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below if that made sense to you. I know that some people kind of instantly jump on traffic as a really easy thing. As funnel builders, we're constantly having traffic methods kind of pushed in front of us. While I think traffic growth is vital for a business, it's also a really good way to get a baseline. Even if you're just paying for 1,000 subscribers a month, just to get a baseline to see what people are doing, really, really important. But don't blame low conversions on your traffic. Blame it on your current conversions between leads and sales and visitors and leads, or email subscribers. Have a look at that process first. Let me know in the comments below if this has been useful for you, and thanks very much. I'll see you on the next video.